welcome to the second episode of Dope and Disabled podcast, where we're the voices behind the dope and disabled community. Um, I am the co founder of Dope and Disabled, and he's the founder, and his name is
James Sellers.
and I'm Danette Sellers. So we've been away for a while. We did the first podcast. This is our second. He's been sick, and we ran against some deaths and just life happening. But we came back. We're stronger than ever, and God said go, so we're ready to go. So this second episode or podcast, we're going to bring on someone by the name. His name is Karreem Daniels, and he is part of the disabled community, and we just want to welcome him to the podcast. So I will introduce Kareem now. Hi, Kareem. Welcome
Hello,
to
how are
the.
you? Thanks for having me.
You're
Nice to be here.
welcome. So, welcome to the second episode of Dope and Disabled podcast. So, I thank you very much, James, and I thank you very much for coming on and just sharing the awareness and being the voice for the disabled community. So, we're just going to ask you a couple questions, if you don't mind.
I don't
Um,
mind.
so, Kareem, can you just tell me a little bit about yourself?
Well, I'm more of a photographer right now. I'm really down to earth. Um, I'm doing pretty well in life for myself right now, and I'm trying to change things to make things right and to move on and to follow my dream to be a photographer and an artist as well.
Oh, that's great. That's great. So, can you tell me now? I know that a lot of people in the disabled community, they don't really have a voice. So, some of them are basically they can't speak out. No one hears them. No one listens. Um, So we're basically the voice for the disabled community to get their word out, to get them heard, to get them seen, to get them recognized. And I know you face some challenges yourself as far as a disability. There is seen and unseen disabilities. So I want to ask you, what is your disability, if you don't mind me asking?
My disability that I have mosaic Down syndrome, but it's not I'm a fighter, and so it doesn't bother me what people say, but I'm a fighter, and I always stand up what I believe in for myself. If you want to make a fact of pursuing your dream, do it in life for yourself, and that's how I became successful too as well. And to my god brother, I want to tell him, keep pursuing your dreams. Don't never give up. Life is too short. You do what you do in life for yourself. That's what matters. Don't care what nobody says. If you want to do something in life for you, do it. Nothing is stopping you. And that's
Absolutely.
how I feel.
Absolutely. So, can you tell me what is one of the challenges you had to face with um, Down syndrome? Like, if you can pinpoint one challenge that you had in your life this far, um, battling with Down syndrome, what would it be? What's one thing that stands out? What's one challenge?
That's a toughie for me to understand that. But my childhood living life with Down syndrome, I didn't know when I had it until my mother told me that I had it, and they had to test me with a test they had to do. But I was a little struggle a little bit, but I came strong the whole way from when I was a baby and up. So what I believed in, it doesn't matter to me about calling people Down syndrome, whoever they are, who they is, who they not, but it didn't stop me doing what I had to do. And it wasn't a struggle for me, but it was just, you know, sometimes people get on you talking about the R word I don't like, but I went through it. I went through life as it is. Like in school. I went through it. People was calling me all of that and everything, but it didn't stop me. It didn't bother me. So that's why I moved on in life and not think what people say. And that's how I feel very much.
And I know what word you're talking about because I can't stand that word. I don't use it in my house. I don't like people to say it. But one thing we can't control what other people say. We can just control how we respond to it. Some people are just ignorant to the fact, and they think that people who has a disability that they're not regular human beings with
Just
feelings.
let them talk. Don't care what they say. Just
Right.
let them talk. Do what they want to do, but nothing's stopping you. And Doogie, don't listen to nobody. Okay? I'm here with family. Family look out for each other. Don't listen to nobody what they say or they talk about your disability or whatever. Don't let that fool you. Don't let that bring you down at all in life. And for me, coming from me, I know a lot and I understand everything.
So let me ask you this. When some of those words were being said, and I know that they were hurtful, how did you deal with that? Like, I know you have feelings too, just like he does, just like we do. Everybody has feelings, and when someone says something hurtful to you, our feelings get hurt, and then we get angry, and then there's emotions behind it. How did you deal with when someone called you a name and your feelings was hurt? How did you deal with that? Like, did you say something mean back to the person, or how did you deal with it?
I just walk away and just ignore it for a fact because there's no use of saying that to somebody that's going to bully you or make fun of you and stuff like that. But it didn't stop me. What I did was the teacher just told me if someone's that's bothering you and someone's that's really messing with you and stuff and everything like that, don't let it get to you. Just get up, walk away, and just ignore that person. Let them talk, but do you be yourself?
What question do you have?
What are some of your goals?
What you say, Doogie?
So he wants to know, what are some of your goals in life? I
My
know
goals in
I know
life,
one of them was photography.
photography, sketching, and painting. That's what I love doing.
Okay. Let me ask you a question about your goals. So, with your photography and your painting and your sketching, what are you doing to feed those goals? Like, are you going to school? And are you just researching? Um, are you out there taking pictures? Like, what are you doing to feed your goals to help you get to your goal?
Well, I am starting to go out and take pictures more and stuff. That's what I'm trying to do now to help me set my goal to keep on doing. me to get better at it as well. And on top of it, with being an artist and a photographer and sketching, it takes time. Like I'm not rushing things at all. Like it just takes time, and you just gotta work that path and work things like right through. Like it takes an opportunity, like to take the route all the time. Like um, with my artwork that I have in back of me, the painting that I did, it's a flower. It's in brown, and I took my time on it, and I sketched it first, and that's what I
Mhm.
did, and that's what I'm getting better at it. From sketching to painting, it takes time, and I'm very good at that. And on top of it, really, I'm trying to sometimes sell my art, whoever wants to sell them or not, but it doesn't matter. But nothing is going to stop me of doing what I want to do for myself in life, for myself.
Right, right, right. So, who now with you and your goals, and I know you have some challenges with your disability. Who is your support system? Like, do you read? Do you pray? Um, do you go to family? Like when you're struggling, who is your support system? Who do you turn to? What do you turn to in hard times? Who do you turn to?
When I go through life and missing someone that I love and care about, like my parents and all of that, it gets to me, and it does. But nothing else is not going to stop me from missing my family and all of that. And I understand about everything about what my sister says to me. And to me, it comes around like that's why this is where my artwork comes into play with my painting and stuff and doing what I got to do. It keeps me more focused instead of not thinking about someone that you love and miss. Just thinking about someone that you inspire to tell you that you're accomplishing your goals, you're accomplishing everything in your life. Either if it's your mom, dad, uncle, doesn't matter. They'll be proud of you no matter what, the way you are.
So you pour your grief and any emotions or pain into your artwork and your photography and your sketching, and you just focus on that. Does that make it when you're doing that and you're pouring all of your pain or your emotions and your grieving into your goals or your artwork, um, does
It makes
that
it more
bring,
better for me.
okay, does it
To
bring
get my
your,
mind off of things and not, get in the moment and cry in your room. That's not me.
is it like therapy for you?
So more likely to myself is more like, yeah, you can say that.
Okay, okay.
But I take time to myself. Like if I, you know, downstairs, people around me looking at me like when I'm getting about to cry and stuff like that, I go upstairs in my room and I take my time in my room to go up in my room and get the painting, do what I want to do to make it more focused for me right now. So I don't have to worry about crying, getting emotional, missing my family and all. And I understand, but the only thing that's though is pushing me and keep on doing is my photography, my painting and stuff, and that's what inspires me with my family that I love and miss.
That's great. I do know that when people are struggling with um, different emotions, including myself, I may not have a disability, but I still struggle with emotions and pain and hurt and grieving and wondering why and blaming myself for different things. So even as far as me without having a disability, I have to put those emotions and feelings into something as well. I may not draw because I don't know how to draw and I don't know how to sketch, but I like to pray. My thing is to pray. My thing is to read. Um,
That's the best thing to do is pray and grieve and still what you do, keep on doing it. Don't never
yeah,
give that up. Pray
it,
every day, night, morning, do whatever you need to do.
yeah, that's therapy for me when I go into my prayer room and I pray. Also, therapy for me is reading. I like to read. I like to read books. I like to read chapter books. And I like to, I can't sing, but I do try to sing sometimes. So that's therapy for me. I also go to counseling. A lot of people might frown upon it, especially Black people, African Americans. um, they always think that they can help themselves. But therapy, I use therapy to navigate through life. Taking care of him is not easy with all the medical conditions, and then still try to be mom, nurse, somewhat doctor, therapist, prayer warrior, and I still have the other two kids. Putting on all those roles and wearing all those different hats sometimes will overwhelm you, and then you need to seek therapy for to guide through life, because sometimes it'll wear you down. And I know for him, um, what do you do when you're not, like, if you're not having an okay day, or you're feeling down, or you're feeling sad? What do you do that gets your mind off of things?
Uh, Sometimes talk to my parents or listen to music.
Do you do anything else, like for therapy?
Uh, um, Sometimes I pray too a little
You,
bit.
yeah, I think, um, for him, I know that I can always tell when he's down or his emotions is in a way, because he'll go play his game, or he'll get really quiet, or he doesn't want to be around anybody. He'll go to himself, like you, when you go to your room and you pour yourself into your paintings. He'll go pour himself into the game, or he'll just become silent.
Right?
So
Because you keep his mind off of things instead of like, playing the game and stuff and everything. I understand that too because I do it the same way sometimes as well in my room to take things off my mind. Either it could be me painting or sketching, doing whatever, play the game, keeps my mind off of it. It keeps my mind off of things, not to worry about stuff like that. Or just get up and get out, go outside, do something. Don't be up in your room being stuck like I am, but I'm trying to learn not to do that as much. But um, don't give yourself up. Don't put yourself down. Just go out, get some air to calm down, to release your stress, or like I say, either like play the game or do what you gotta do that's on your mind and stuff, and you're going through a lot right now. Like I understand clearly, and I think that for you, you should go out a little bit more and be with your mother that's gonna be there for you and loves you, that care about you only. She's not worried about nobody else. She's not worried about um everybody else. Her main goal is you. You don't need to be stressed. You don't need to be, down and stuff and everything in life. Just pray to God, just like she said. That's her therapy. You do the same thing. Or you can be in your room or whatever you want to do. It's up to you. It's about you, Doogie. Do you really understand what I'm saying? Like, your mom loves you. She wants to be there for you. She's trying to take you out places and everything else. Just like when my mom used to do that with me, and I miss her like dearly. But take that opportunity. Go out, do more, do things in life Don't be stuck up in your room every day. Don't be playing on the game. Do you like do something? Like get off the game sometime. Like chill, relax, enjoy your family, spend time with them, play games and stuff. That's what I do, and that's how I feel. So I think that you should try to do the same thing in life too, and spend more time with your mom.
That was some good advice. I really appreciate you sharing that and telling him that. Because sometimes he doesn't have an outlet. Um, with it being me and two sisters in the household, um, he's around females, but I know he has his god brothers, and I know he has family. It's just sometimes it's hard dealing with some of the medical stuff. So um, it gets rough, but you know what? I always say we can do all things through Christ that can strengthen us. And he didn't say some things, he said all things. So we can do whatever we want. That's why I feel so strongly about being the voice for the disabled community, because you guys get overlooked a lot. Like, for instance, even going to different places to have fun, like that urban air or jump air, he can't do that. So he everybody else is there, and he has to think of other ways to have fun, or other ways to do things, because not every place is handicap accessible. Like I said, there's seen and unseen disabilities. Like someone could be suffering from a heart murmur, and they can't do certain things, or they can't move certain ways. Um, like that's an unseen disability. So my main thing is to be the voice for the voiceless, um, to get you all heard, to get you all seen, to speak up on some of the disabled um, people's behalf. I want to speak up. I am going to be the voice until the day I leave this earth. I'm going to be the voice and speak up for all of you. And and I and I really commend you for everything that you've been through. I know you lost your both your parents, and I know how much they meant to you, and they still do mean everything to you. I I've watched you deal with that, and I commend you on that, because I don't know inside how you're battling. I don't know how everybody grieves differently. So I know that that was really hard for you. So my thing was to, what can I do? And you don't have the right words to say. So the only thing that we really can do is really just pray for each other, speak up for each other, love each other, because it's so much out here, ugliness out here in the world. Um, I don't want to join in with the ugliness. That's not what God called me to do. God called me to be the voice for the voiceless. And I have to honor that. I have to honor that for you. I have to honor that for him. I have to honor that for all those kids at Hershey Medical. I have to honor that for all those kids at John Hopkins. I have to honor that for all the kids in Philadelphia at CHOP. Like, I have I I have to honor that, not only for the kids, for the adults. Like, you're in your 40s now, right?
Hmm.
And he's will be 23. So when you guys leave childhood into adulthood, um, things start falling on the wayside. They just give up on you. There's no resources. There's no help. there's limited help, or you're too old for this, or you can't do this, or you can't do that. They always want to tell you what you can't do instead of telling you what you can do. So that's where I come in at. You can do any and everything. You can do all things. And like I said, God didn't say some, He said all things. And I strongly believe in that. And so, whatever I can do to help you, um, just let me know. And whatever I need from you, I'll definitely reach out to you, because we need to be with each other. Like, we need each other. We have to lean on each other. To me, in my eyes, there is no separation. And I don't even like to really say the disabled community, because we're all one. We're all one body. Like,
Right.
you
Everything
can't,
together.
right, you can't use your hand and not have your thumb and your pinky. You need your whole hand. So we're all one body. We're just, and we make it all work together. So I really commend you, and I thank you for joining our podcast. Um, you inspire me, definitely inspire me. I've watched you for a long time, and you didn't let the when the obstacles came, you didn't let them tear you down. You went right through them. You worked right through them. You, when they told you no, you said, "Watch me."
Right.
I've watched you work jobs. When they look at the disabled community as, you can't do this, you can't do that, I watched you say, "Oh, yes, I am. I'm going to work. I'm going to do this. I'm going to paint. I'm going to take pictures. I'm going to draw." I watched you go against the odds. So where they say you can't, you absolutely can. Just like when they said he wasn't going to walk, he wasn't going to talk, he was going to be a vegetable, he was going to be dead by 5. They told me my baby wasn't going to make it. He will be 23 years old. And it wasn't nobody but the grace of God who kept.
Look at me though. Look at
And
me.
look at you.
My mom told me the same thing when I was that little of a baby that I was. That the doctors told them that I wasn't going to make it, but look at me. Came through, came successful. My mom's proud of me the way I am. She adores me. My dad, Raheem man, they always there for me. They always tell me, don't give up on anything. Keep on pushing yourself and do what you want to do in life for everything that you want to do. And nothing is stopping me to do what things I want to do for myself in life as well.
Absolutely.
And that's how I truly feel. And that's how I was raised to be a strong, good, healthy man that I am, and a proud son to be, and a loving, caring, to my family that I love and care about. But ever since I grew up, since I was a baby, my mom always tells me, do what you want to do in life for you, for yourself. Don't stop for anything. Don't give up. Keep on pushing and pushing and pushing. God is telling you you have something. You have a goal. You have everything that you want to do. If you want to be a photographer, or if you want to be who you want to be for yourself, do it. Nothing
Absolutely.
is not stopping you. Keep doing it. Don't give up on anything in life. Like,
Yeah,
that's how I truly feel about
right,
everything. And my parents told me the truth and told me everything in life about everything. So
right.
sometimes I will understand, sometimes I don't, but still, I still carry on the legacy of my family and my friends that I love and care about so much. And for y'all,
Absolutely.
your family too. And y'all look out for me. Definitely
Absolutely.
100%. So I just want to say thank you for putting me on this podcast today. And thank you for letting me supporting you guys. It means so much for me and myself and our family together.
You are
And
so
nothing is
welcome.
not stopping our families at all. To me, with a disability doesn't matter to me. It don't. Disabled is dope. That's all that matters. Don't care what nobody tells you, no matter what in life. Be yourself. Be you, especially for real. Because God still has a plans for you in life for yourself. God is not going to give up. God is here. God is like our Father, and that's what He is in life for us. So He's not going to give up on you. He's not going to give up on me. Well, whoever has a disability in life in the whole city of Harrisburg, it doesn't matter what you want to be for you. That means everything hands down, no matter what. Don't listen to what nobody tells you. If somebody's bullying you, somebody's messing with you, just turn your head, keep moving forward, keep moving forward. Don't go back. Don't do it. I went through it in life myself too, but still, I don't like the word disability. But like I said, disabled is dope. It doesn't matter. Like
Right.
when with me with my Down syndrome, it doesn't bother me at all. It don't, cause I'm me. I'm always gonna be me, and that's how I truly feel. So with me, Doogie, I want you to get up, do something, and make a grown man out of yourself, and let your mom be successful to see how proud of you are or what you want to be in life for yourself.
We really appreciate you, KT, or Kareem. We call him KT, but he's Kareem. We appreciate you. And like I said, you keep us motivated. I want to keep encouraging you to draw. I want to keep encouraging you to take those pictures. I want to keep encouraging you to sketch. I want to keep encouraging you to keep moving forward and never give up. Never look back because God brought you this far for a reason. He has a purpose for your life always. And as long as you follow his plan, it's his will, his way, you're going to get right to where you need to be. And that goes for you too, James. So I'm going to leave you with this, and it's a scripture. And it's look to the Lord and his strength. Seek his face always. And that's First Chronicles 16:11. So I appreciate you and I thank you so much. You want to say something to
You
KT?
walk,
Keep going strong.
stay strong.
Dope and disabled.
Yep.
Thank you.